China, help us understand when it comes to the trade talks, which have been the sour point for the markets right from April onwards up until now. The markets have reacted and been very volatile on every tweet, every statement that has come around the trade talks thus far. We are still hoping by November end things should get sorted out. We already have our own Commerce Minister in the US at this point in time to probably plug any kind of holes or to really seal any kind of gaps that still exist, that are preventing from a deal to take place for sure. But, what is the kind of impact are you seeing on the markets? Do you see a recovery, a sustained recovery, and an attempt to again go back towards the erstwhile highs of above 26,277 can only happen once the trade talks are sealed?
I see market moving, to those all-time highs, 26,000 plus looks a bit difficult, at least for the near term. I would say the range would be between 24,500 and 25,500. As
Okay.
far as the US trade talks go, there is so much uncertainty, the market hates uncertainty. And
Hmm.
you wake up one weekend and then, things have sort of changed. Now, okay, fine, they've rolled back somewhat on the IT front, on the H1B visa.
Yeah.
But there were rumors that he may put something on pharmaceuticals. So what is happening is that, one sector is sort of correcting, and then you have investors not wanting to really take a call on
Yeah.
the next sector because you really don't know what's going to happen. So the whole
Absolutely.
thing is the uncertainty.
So how do you deal with that uncertainty at this point in time? What are you advising clients and investors to do? Should one avoid the export-oriented sectors like IT, pharma completely? Should one focus on the domestic themes? We are seeing the onset of the GST cuts. I'm sure over the next 1.5, 2 months till the time the final, the entire festive season pans out, this is the space that's going to be also reacting to improved volumes and improved sales because of the GST cuts. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has also pointed out a saving of 2.5 lakh crore rupees with common man now, when you include both the indirect as well as the direct tax benefits that are coming. So how are you playing that in terms of the market sentiment in the themes?
Well, one has to be stock specific, sector specific. As of now, the preferred bet would be on domestic play, which could include infrastructure. You have defense. While valuations are not cheap either ways, but at the same time, the order book positions are quite huge. Railway stocks, there also, like you have Railtel, you have Titagar, you have various stocks which are connected with orders which are coming from the government, interest related. So those are the stocks you could take exposure to and take it
Okay.
at any dips that you get, which I'm expecting the market is likely to give you those sort of opportunities, in the near term. You can take these opportunities to add. In terms of the consumer durables, valuations are a bit stretched. So I would look at, because as I mentioned, the upside is to some extent factored in. I would look at stocks like, say, a Blue Star, but on corrections, because valuations are a bit expensive if you look at it even 1 year forward. So be stocks selective. Look at infra bets. Look at the banks. PSU banks have started looking attractive. Some of
Yeah.
the smaller banks like BOB. You have, of course, the larger ones like SBI. Public sector banks look good as of now. Private sector banks have always been a good bet to add for the long term.
Right.
At declines, you can look at something like ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank. You can take your pick. There are a lot of investment opportunities available.
Okay, fair point. So a lot of opportunities available. Domestic is the theme to look at, of course, from a series of segments like infra and like consumption. You've already heard, and of course, from the banking space, China has marked out a few stocks as well. Another space that's actually, taking our attention is the Adani Group of stocks. Remember, China, from Friday onwards, we actually saw this, improvement in the sentiments across the entire segment of Adani Group stocks because SEBI has now given a clean chit in the Hindenburg research report to the entire group, to the existing officials who were involved, and everybody is now looking at the cheer that is being seen on the stock markets front. I mean, look at in the last 2 days alone, the market cap of the combined 10 stocks that are listed on the exchanges has already seen a jump of 1.7 lakh crore rupees in just 2 trading sessions. That's also now the entire market cap of the Adani Group stocks has crossed 15 lakh crore rupees as well. Even today, Adani Enterprises are up by 4%. Look at Adani Green, there's an 11.9% of an improvement. In fact, stocks like Adani Power have jumped the most in just the last two sessions. 35% of a rally has been seen. Many of these stocks are up by 20%, 19, 17% in trade today as well. How are you looking at the Adani Group stocks after the improved sentiments?
Yeah, it's been a positive that SEBI has given a green check. Also, there are some domestic plays in Adani Group which look pretty interesting. Like, for example, cement. Ambuja Cement looks quite interesting at current levels. You have Adani Ports, which looks interesting. They have, have a very good target for the next 3 to 5 years. And in terms
Okay.
of their volume increase, we are talking of big numbers. Adani Green. While currently it looks expensive, but if you look at the plans over the next 3 to 5 years, pretty aggressive. So you could say that these are stocks that you could take. They're slightly higher risk because of the news flows, but at the same time, you could take your bets and hold it for the medium to longer term.
Fair point. Shaina,